Yo, the gamers, Report here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to play Tristana ADC in patch 13.5. So for runes we're going to be running Lethal Tempo, Triumph, Legend Bloodline, Coup de Grace, Eyeball Collection, and Treasure Hunter. I'm going to be facing some Mira Pike as Tristana Thresh, which should be an alright matchup. Samira has a bit of a soft counter to Tristana because her W can block Tristana E, but it's kind of hard to react to, so we'll see whether the Samira even manages to do it or not. Still, it's always a really annoying matchup because either way, she can at least block your autos, which makes it harder to stack up your bomb. And Tristana also sucks a lot sitting under turret, as you can see. I'll just hit Pike there when he walks up. So a lot of the time you'll want to run Cleanse on Tristana, just to remove the enemy exhaust, but since we're playing in a more, like, volatile matchup where the enemies are also, like, really aggressive and really, like, hard to survive, we're just gonna run Exhaust instead to try and minimize Samira's damage, rather than focusing on running Exhaust to, or running Cleanse to remove their exhaust, which focuses on making sure they don't minimize your damage. Should be looking for an all-in since we have the bigger wave here. There we go. Pike is gonna have E, so that won't be too big a trade, so we just hit him. Stand behind minions. Alright, nice one. Really good. I just want to make sure she's auto-attack. We're auto-attacking Samira whenever she walks up like this. Don't let her loss hit for free if you can avoid it, especially because I got Lethal Tempo stacked. Alright, perfect. Done a lot of damage overall with this Lethal Tempo. You can also run Hail of Blades on Tristana, it'll give you a stronger early game in general, but I definitely prefer going with the Lethal Tempo because it's a lot better into tankier matchups as well, or at least it gives you an advantage, a slight advantage compared to Hail of Blades in tankier matchups, and it skills a lot better, makes it a lot easier to carry in the mid game and late game. We want to keep these waves shoved in now because Samira is actually low enough HP that she wants to look for a base. If we spend a lot of time without shoving, that gives her the opening for the base that she wants. So long as we can see her though, we don't have to actually shove. But whenever she's out of vision, we have to assume she wants the base and just start shoving. But once we see that she's in lane, we'd rather not shove because we'd like for her to be walking up and be overextended when she tries to go for farm. Remember, we can also play real aggressive against Pike because we can easily cancel his W pullback with our W. Sorry, his Q pullback with our W. Just gonna use Q to maximize my last hits here. We can just go for the turret here. It'll be both poke onto them and also a little bit of turret damage as well. So, another thing in this matchup is that it's actually not too much of a disadvantage to shove them to be under turret anyway, because Thresh is actually somewhat effective when he's under turret. You can just drag them out of the turret range. So, in a way, it's actually an advantage to be pushing them under turret, because as I kill all of their minions here, suddenly they have no minion cover for the Thresh hook as well. Although, well, if I'd shoved it faster, it would be more the case. Just gonna get out of range here, I'll pop a potion. There we go. They've still got heal, I believe. Gotta watch out for that. Whoa, why not ignite? Wait, that could have been a kill on Samira actually if I ignited her. Who would be ganking us? Kindred. We'll back off, I think she's on the way already. Yeah, okay. It's coming through there, though. We could stick around to shove another wave, but I don't think that's necessary. If we do try and do that and Kindred just zones off of the wave, then we're gonna be in trouble. Rather just base since I've already got enough gold for a lot of items here. Thresh needs to back off before he just dies 1v2. It's also really dumb in general to be doing this because of the fact that once I get into lane, either he has to stay in lane indefinitely because he doesn't want to leave me 1v2, and has to lane on 0 gold, or 0 gold spent, just laning with no items, or he has to recall like now, or when I got into the lane, and now I'm going to be 1v2 for a while. Because we could have had synchronized recalls, but now instead I'm gonna have to be alone for a bit, which is pointless. That being said, I mean, Pyke also recalled, so we could try and all-in Samira here, except for the fact that she's got a much bigger wave, so we won't tempt fate here. I think Thresh also recalled later than Pyke, so Pyke should be in lane faster. Yeah, there it is. Gonna shove this wave in so we can clear that pink. And go play some vision of our own as well. We'll also place a ward here. Does Thresh have vision? No. Better make sure that Blaskin is out of the way. Okay, we see Kindred topside for now anyway. But additionally, if we got some vision in the river as well, then that would be perfect. That's all the vision we would need. Ooh. Exactly. So the Tristana W can just cancel any displacement, so long as it's only one displacement. It can be kind of awkward with Thresh Q or Nautilus Q because they act as like multiple displacements in one ability. This is a kill. That, ooh, we didn't need to ignite. Oh well. Yeah, it acts as multiple displacements in one ability, and you can only cancel one displacement. But if it's something like Pyke Hook, Blitz Hook, Nautilus Ult, whether it's a pull or a knockback or a knock up, you can just cancel it by using W at the right moment, like just before it hits you. You got about, I want to say like a 0.4, 0.5, 0.3, something like that, second window.
An ally has been slain.
It's not that hard once you get it though. Okay. When you're that close to the opponent who's trying to do it though, you gotta play it a little bit safe and make sure that you're not just doing it based on reaction, because it's gonna be really hard to react if the hook is coming from that nearby. We're actually getting a lot of damage out of these tier 1 boots here. I was actually considering doing dagger instead, but my move speed is just landing so much damage on them that it's clearly turning out to be worth it. We'll just go ahead and finish the turret here if we can. Ooh, close one. Don't know where Kindred is, but hopefully not anywhere near to defend this turret. Okay, perfect. That's gonna be a very early mythic for us. I'll go ahead and finish the Kraken Slayer already. Grab this. And so what we can do now is either rotate top or rotate mid. The less complicated thing to do is just to rotate towards mid and just rotate between mid and bot, depending on where you can get farm. I'm just gonna go mid to keep it simple, make it easier for you to copy this in your own games. So ideally our mid laner would be here as well, but it's all good. This is actually better for us, but our mid laner being here is what you would usually experience in your own solo queue games. We'll see though if we can get Aatrox to just go bot there, I guess. Can definitely stick around for one plating here. There we go. Yeah, now we can rotate bot, both to defend the turret and to get the free farm, and maybe even collapse on these guys. This could be really good. They've got no turret to defend them right now, so they see me coming as well though. My team is not chasing them, so I gotta back off. I'm gonna be alone. I don't have time to clear that pink either, I need to go get the mid farm. But basically, what you want to rotate towards mid for is just to keep on pressuring the turret as much as you can. Ideally, I'd have shoved in some bot lane waves, but didn't get to go bot. Right, so like now that Samira is actually pushing this in, what I would usually do is I would go bot. Although Katarina's already doing it for me, which is perfect. But I would go bot, catch in that wave, and then push the next one as well. Then rotate mid and just pressure for as long as I can before I have to go catch another bot lane wave. And what I mean by pressure is just like either gank the enemy mid laner, or most commonly just pressure the turret, try and get platings, do some damage to the turret, try and wear it down. What I'll try and do right now though is just clear this wave, and then try and help my team do the Drake. Although, it's already done. I don't quite want to jump in there because it'd be a little bit risky. Okay, now I can. Alright, perfect. And see, if we're constantly just grouping mid, then, or rotating towards mid, then we're constantly just grouped and able to make plays. We don't just stay bot all the time and just try and pressure this turret, because that's just a waste of time, where you can easily get ganked. Somebody should also be rotating for this bot lane farm, but first I want to get this turret. Using my E as the wave is approaching instead of before. Katarina can have the rest of this farm, I'm just going to rotate bot. It's actually not too important, I think, because the wave is about neutral in the end, although it looked like it was pushing towards us before. But either way, if I don't get it now, I'm probably not going to be able to get it later. So we'll just rush over here, try and shove one wave. When the wave is in the middle of the lane like this as well, it makes it very easy for the enemies to be able to come over here and shove this into the turret, and gives us very little time to react because of how close the wave already was to the turret. Now if they want to push this into the turret, it's got to start from here, where it gives our team a lot more time to react and catch those waves. So now we can just keep on grouping mid while catching bot lane waves whenever we can. Like right now I'll just go bot because they're going to be crashing this in. And we should probably try and aim for getting the Herald very soon. Oh. I think there's nobody in this brush, right? Yeah. Could do with shoving in one more wave, though. Let's go play some vision there. That's where I'd be getting flanked. There we go. Now I say we just rotate straight to the Herald, even if it costs us some bot lane farm in the long run. Rush, really? Oh, this could be a kill on Aurelion Sol. Got him. Now we just rotate straight here. So we're gonna be going for Navori's second item. A lot of people still do Infinity Edge on Tristana. I just think Navori is better. Infinity Edge might be a little bit better late game, but since we're building the second item, not sixth item, I would say the Navori is just better. We could also rotate top, but I'd rather push in some mid waves first, and maybe we can just get this turret as well with the Herald. I got my W if I need to run away from Samira by chance. Oh, she's slowed there. Hard. Have I even exhausted this whole game? I don't think I have. Haven't needed to. Okay, we're gonna do the funny cancel on the pike hook. There we go. Poor guy. Alright, we'll shove in one more wave, then we can just base. I just want to base. Navori is really good on Tristana because her cooldowns are all super long, so it just makes them extremely shorter than they're supposed to be. And she's really reliant on her abilities as well. Her abilities are very powerful, so just having them up all the time is just really, really good. Okay, we may just want to rotate straight to the Drake here instead of shoving in another mid wave. Looks like they've already started that. Ooh. Secured by them, sadly. Okay. It's a shame Katarina was already dead there. But we can just jump on a roll and soul here, though. A little bit risky, but... okay. He'll live, but it'll take a lot of damage. I can jump in on him again as soon as I see him because of my lack of cooldowns. Either that or I just go for this turret, which is not going to be able to defend. There we go. Okay, I think we can definitely rotate towards top now. It's perfect timing right now. Ooh, hang on. Got her. I need to jump out before Pike ults me. Perfect. Alright, we can rotate top now. This is perfect timing because Aatrox is dead anyway, so we don't... it'll be easy to get him to just go bot or mid. Just gonna hit this first for healing. And because I want it. Where is he? Come on. He's actually recalling. Need to jump out. There we go. Having no vision there was kind of awkward, but it should be fine. Should be able to get the kill here. There we go. I won't bother with the Gromp. Aatrox should go bot or mid. Go mid. I want to stay top here instead of Aatrox because I'm much better at pushing turrets than he is. The main problem with going top and why I recommend going mid, or I just wanted to go mid this game because it's simpler, is just because a lot of the time it can be hard to actually get top laners to coordinate. Same for mid laners, but that's the thing. It's a lot, like if you swap to mid, it's really good if the Karina, for example, is willing to go bot to collect farm instead of forcing you to go bot, because that way you can just stay mid and keep on pressuring and get that turret. Oh no, I didn't notice Spike. I could have flashed my bad. But in case the mid laner doesn't want to swap or the top laner doesn't want to swap, well, you can still be the one that just you know, between harassing the mid lane turret and harassing the enemy mid laner, can just rotate back to bot, collect the farm of the turret, farm the next wave over here, crash it into here, and then just rotate back mid, keep on pressuring. It's a bit, you know, tiresome having to rotate like that between lanes constantly, but, you know, it's better than just staying bot and just pushing bot all the time, just wasting your time here trying to get a turret that you can't get because you're too overextended. Generally though, if you want to like fully swap to one lane, usually top would be better because it has more melee champs. Melee champs are easier to pressure the turret against 2v1. But it really just depends. You gotta look at the enemy like solo lane or the laner in the lane, and think like, how easily could this champion potentially 1v2 me, or how easily could they stall and wave clear and just defend 1v2, and just base your decision on where to rotate on that. Just go for this Raptor camp as well while we're here. Yeah, we could easily call Kindred here. I'd like to get a mid lane wave first though. Oh, nice. I'll jump in on Sol here versus... Oh god, this might be trouble. Okay. Sol should be dead here. Dead. Should've just ran. Wait, I lost vision. I could flash for another auto, but it's just not even really worth it. Anyway, sorry, we went for the Bloodthirster here, which I forgot to say. Yeah. Don't know why she's pathing like that, she feels like she's trolling. We went for the Bloodthirster here because we are really fed, we're gonna have a lot of damage no matter what. So we could do with some survivability to just help us 1v9. Otherwise we might go for Lord Dominic's or for Phantom Dancer or something like that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this in the future, guys. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Later, gamers.